The wrestling world was left stunned when WWE confirmed on Raw after Clash in Paris 2025 that Roman Reigns would be out of action indefinitely. This announcement came in the aftermath of a brutal assault at the Premium Live event, where Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed joined forces to take out the former undisputed WWE Universal Champion. For over 3 years, Reigns has been the cornerstone of WWE, the face of SmackDown, and the beating heart of the Bloodline saga. His absence creates a void that is more than just about championships. It's about the very identity of the company. Without the tribal chief commanding attention, WWE now finds itself at a crossroads. The timing has sparked new speculation about the mysterious OTC branding. Roman once called himself OTC1, and fans are buzzing that his hiatus could be the perfect moment for the company to unveil OTC2. The big question now becomes, who will rise to carry that mantle until Roman eventually returns? The concept of OTC2 and why it matters. When Roman Reigns introduced himself as OTC1, fans interpreted it as Original Tribal Chief, a moniker that captured both his dominance and his centrality to the Bloodline's mythology. With his absence looming, the idea of a successor calling themselves OTC2 has taken hold among fans and pundits, representing not just a replacement, but a continuation of the aura Roman built. For WWE, the challenge is clear. No one can truly replicate Roman's presence, but someone must keep the energy alive. Crowning an OTC2 would allow WWE to bridge the gap until Roman's eventual return, keep the Bloodline storyline alive, and test the waters for which stars can command main event attention. The identity of OTC2 will shape SmackDown and Raw for months to come, influence Survivor Series and WrestleMania storylines, and potentially even set up the long-awaited Roman Reigns dream match when he steps back into the ring. Solo Sikoa, the Enforcer's chance to step out of the shadows. One name that immediately jumps out as a candidate for OTC2 is Solo Sikoa, the powerhouse enforcer of the Bloodline, who has slowly but steadily grown into his role on SmackDown. Solo recently suffered a setback when he lost the United States Championship to Sami Zayn, and many fans expressed disappointment that Triple H's booking seemed to halt his momentum. Yet, WWE often thrives on rebuilding stars from losses, and Roman's absence gives Solo a golden opportunity to reestablish himself. By declaring himself OTC2, Solo could position himself as the new leader of the family, carrying the Bloodline banner on Friday nights while waiting for his cousin's return. This move would instantly add credibility back to his character, creating a natural storyline of authority, betrayal, and family legacy. Fans may have doubted his title run, but few can deny Solo's presence in the ring and his believability as an unstoppable force. With Paul Heyman at his side and the Bloodline fractured, Solo calling himself the second original tribal chief could be the rebirth his career needs. The Rock, the final boss as OTC2. If WWE wanted to truly shock the world and draw headlines far beyond wrestling, bringing back The Rock as OTC2 would be the ultimate power play. The People's Champion has been linked to the Bloodline saga for years, with rumors of a Roman versus Rock showdown stretching back to WrestleMania 37. Though his Hollywood commitments have limited his appearances, The Rock's involvement has never been fully written off. He was last seen in a crossover segment with Travis Scott, Cody Rhodes, and John Cena during Cena's heel turn at Elimination Chamber 2025, and his absence since then has only fueled anticipation. With John Cena now back to being a babyface and Roman temporarily out, the time feels perfect for The Rock to reassert himself as the final boss of the Anoa'i dynasty. Imagine The Rock stepping onto SmackDown, declaring himself OTC2, and promising to protect the family legacy until Roman returns. Not only would this set the stage for a blockbuster Roman vs. Rock dream match, but it would also provide WWE with mainstream coverage and crossover appeal. The Rock doesn't need to wrestle weekly to make an impact. His presence alone would elevate the entire storyline and remind fans why the Bloodline saga has been the most captivating angle of the modern era. Jey Uso. The emotional choice for OTC2. While Solo and The Rock both offer intriguing possibilities, perhaps the most emotionally resonant choice for OTC2 is Jey Uso. Long called Main Event Jey, he has been at the center of the Bloodline saga from the very beginning. From being Roman's reluctant right-hand man to his most bitter rival, Jey's journey has defined much of the Tribal Chiefs era. His loyalty to Roman was tested time and again, yet at Clash in Paris 2025, Jey tried to rescue Roman from the Vision, showing that even after years of tension, his bond with his cousin still runs deep. With Roman gone, Jey asserting himself as OTC2 would feel organic and powerful. On Raw, he could rally the family name alongside Jey Uso, positioning himself not as Roman's shadow, but as his caretaker, the one who will protect the Bloodline's honor until the head of the table returns. This could set up massive storyline opportunities, including the potential for a War Games match at Survivor Series 2025, where the OG Bloodline reunites to take on the Vision. Fans have always connected with Jey's raw emotion, and giving him the OTC2 mantle would cement his status as more than just a supporting character. It would make him a true torchbearer in Roman's absence. Cody Rhodes. The American Nightmare's time to shine. Outside of the Bloodline itself, perhaps the most compelling candidate for OTC2 is Cody Rhodes. Since returning to WWE at WrestleMania 38, Cody has been on a mission to finish the story, carrying the emotional weight of his father Dusty Rhodes' legacy while carving his own path as one of the most beloved babyfaces in wrestling. He came agonizingly close to dethroning Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39, a moment many believed should have crowned him as the new face of WWE. Instead, WWE chose to extend Roman's reign, leaving Cody to continue proving himself against the likes of Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar. Now, with Roman sidelined, the timing feels almost poetic. Cody has the fan connection, the main event credibility, and the marketability that make him a natural fit for OTC2. His underdog story resonates deeply with audiences, blending old-school passion with modern charisma, and carrying WWE's banner during Roman's absence would feel like destiny. In many ways, Cody stepping up as OTC2 would not just fill a void, but fulfill the promise that was delayed in Los Angeles, making his eventual collision with Roman even more powerful. Seth Rollins. The visionary as the steady hand. If WWE is looking for someone to provide stability and proven star power, Seth Rollins is the obvious answer. Rollins has already been the backbone of Monday Night Raw, holding the World Heavyweight Championship and delivering Match of the Year performances on a consistent basis. His flamboyant, visionary persona has captured fan imagination, and his entrance theme alone creates one of the most organic crowd reactions in wrestling today. For years, Rollins has been considered the 1B to Roman's 1A, always right at the top of the card, but never the undisputed centerpiece. Roman's absence could finally give Seth the spotlight he deserves, allowing him to step fully into the OTC2 role as the face of the company. He is reliable, versatile, and beloved, capable of carrying both live crowds and television audiences week after week. Some fans argue that Seth should have been given this platform long ago, and WWE may now seize the opportunity to finally elevate him as not just a co-main eventer, but the main man in Roman's absence. Gunther. The Ring. General ascends. For those who prefer sheer dominance and legitimacy, there is no better candidate for OTC2 than Gunther, the Ring General. His record-breaking Intercontinental Championship reign has already cemented him as one of the greatest champions in modern WWE history, and his physical style has made every match feel like a legitimate fight. Gunther brings an aura that is rare in today's wrestling landscape, commanding respect with every chop, suplex, and powerbomb. His international appeal also aligns with WWE's global expansion strategy, giving the company a European-born megastar to carry its banner. The potential matchups are mouth-watering: Gunther versus Cody, Gunther versus Seth, or even Gunther versus Brock Lesnar. Each one feels like a marquee main event that could headline stadium shows. Elevating Gunther as OTC2 would send a message that WWE is not just about charisma and family legacy, but about raw dominance and respect, ushering in a new era where the ring general sets the standard. The bigger picture, WWE's next era. While Roman Reigns' absence is a loss, it also presents WWE with a rare opportunity to reshuffle the deck and elevate stars who have long been waiting in the wings. The concept of OTC2 isn't just about filling time until Roman returns. It's about experimenting with new leaders, testing fresh storylines, and keeping fans invested in the product during a transitional moment. Cody Rhodes offers the heart and emotional connection, Seth Rollins provides consistency and proven star power, and Gunther symbolizes legitimacy and dominance. Within the bloodline itself, Solo Sikoa brings potential for rebirth. The Rock offers mainstream shock value, and Jey Uso carries emotional resonance. Each option represents a different direction for WWE, and the choice will say as much about the company's future as it does about Roman's eventual return. Whether WWE leans into storytelling, dominance, or star power, the journey to OTC2 is sure to captivate audiences worldwide. Conclusion: waiting for the head of the table's return. Ultimately, no one can truly replace Roman Reigns, whose run as the tribal chief has been one of the most transformative reigns in WWE history. Yet his absence does not spell weakness for WWE. It opens the door for new heroes, villains, and leaders to rise. The concept of OTC2 gives WWE the flexibility to crown a temporary standard bearer while keeping Roman's eventual comeback looming on the horizon. When the head of the table finally does return, whether it's to reclaim his throne, confront a usurper, or face his greatest rival in The Rock, the payoff will be massive. Until then, the journey to finding OTC2 will define this chapter of WWE history, shaping not only the main event scene, but the very future of the company.